there's been a lot of curiosity. In fact, we've learned a lot since this whole thing started about what sort of effects that the lava has on the local weather conditions. How far out do those effects extend? One of the things that we noticed early on was that the heat from the lower East Rift Zone, once that river of lava got very active and had a big area of heat, then what you were getting was a more unstable air mass. When you heat the lower levels or you cool the mid levels of the atmosphere off, then the air wants to rise. And as the air rises, it takes our tropical moisture that we have in the air all the time around here. It wants to lift it, form clouds, those billow up, and then they can become showers or thunderstorms, depending on what kind of weather setup we have. Well, what we were seeing was that was happening way more easily over the lower East Rift Zone than anywhere else in the state. So we're used to getting Malika showers and the air lifting and condensing and forming rain as it goes over the mountains. But in this case, the lower East Rift Zone was forming its own showers and sometimes thunderstorms that were lasting for hours and hours and hours. And so people are like, what is going on? And even here at the Weather Service, we were a little shocked to see what kind of an effect that had. But one thing that we noticed early on is that effect tended to happen a lot more when the trade winds would stop, when the winds would go light and variable. Then the air could billow up and lift much more violently and forcefully in place, because trades tend to make things more stable, the air mass tends to be more stable, and it also takes that buildup of heat and dissipates it more quickly, sends it stream, and so there really is no buildup of heat to make big billowy showers and thunderstorms over a single point. The question is, okay, now how does that apply to a hurricane? Well, for one thing, the hurricane is way larger than the heat signature from the lower East Rift Zone. I mean, even as intense as it was when it was really going, we wouldn't expect to see with winds of tropical storm or hurricane force that you're going to get a lot of extra rainfall. I mean, even before all of this started, the effects of the lower East Rift Zone were very localized, and the areas that were getting intense rainfall was really right over Leilani Estates and Nanavale Estates. A pretty small area was getting that intense, enhanced rainfall. So now if you bring a hurricane in, the core of the hurricane is large enough that I don't think you're going to see a lot of that heat energy. By the time you get the core over that area, the wind is already going to have mixed up the water. It's going to spread that heat out and lower the effects that we would see. The hurricane is just so much larger and the winds are so strong that you're not going to see a tremendous buildup that I think would feed into the hurricane core. The hurricane is just so much more powerful than the small area covered by the lower East Rift Zone, especially now that it's less active. I wouldn't expect to see much effect at all.
And USGS, just to let everyone know, also has stated that the hurricane will not affect volcanic activity in any way. So there you go, everyone. Myth number one. Question number one that we've been getting a whole lot about the volcano and the hurricane and how they might interact.